Coming to you live from sitting on the dice throne. This is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon.
I'm Kyle.
And we, just minutes ago for us, completed the campaign of Dice Throne Adventures. It is up on the channel if you want to watch many hours of us playing Dice Throne, often getting our butts kicked, but not always.
No.
Yeah. We also...
Half, right? About half the time.
I think about half the videos,
yeah.
And then some more off camera, because when you lose, you keep trying the same scenario, and we didn't want a lot of videos of that, and so we did that either on just live stream or off camera. Mm-hmm. Anyway, point is we did it.
We did.
We also gave kind of our overall immediate aftermath thoughts. I don't know why I spent so many words saying that. We shared our thoughts about the Dice Throne Adventures itself at the end of that video, so you can check that out there, and I'm not going to rehash them here. What we are here to do is open all the legacy packs. Yes.
So excited.
We, the ending text in our playthrough told us to just open Legacy Pack A.
Yeah.
It also told us to open Legacy Pack D if we were playing on a higher difficulty than we were playing. But we considered it...
Should say, this is a spoiler alert, so leave the channel now if you don't want to get spoiled.
That's true, yeah, because what you just interrupted me saying was that we decided we are unlikely to play another campaign of Dice Throne and just wanted to see what's in all of them.
Yeah.
So we thought we would open them on camera so that if you are curious what's inside the Legacy Packs in Dice Throne Adventures, you can find out. And like you said, I don't even think... It's just restating that a different way to say that this is a spoiler. So we're about to open these packs and say do not open until instructed to do so, right in front of you. So, Anyway.
So now we're going to do so.
All that's left to do before that is to... we're not going to do so until you hit the like button.
You did it?
Yeah, they did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt it. Okay. Let's go.
All right, Legacy Pack A, the one that we were told to open.
Yes.
Let's see what's
We're
inside.
not breaking the rules yet. And I believe it said read the back of the card.
Oh, there's some text. Oh, there's like an epilogue. Oh man. Okay.
Here you go. That's such small text.
Oh my gosh, and then it goes on. I can see already in the large text it says open Legacy Pack B and C and add to the game. So, you know what? We're not cheating as much as we thought.
No.
But we're still opening them all. So, here goes nothing. The dust had settled. The heroes are exhausted. For 1,000 years, no one had defeated the Mad King. There is a sense of joy in the air mixed with a flood of other emotions. But from the ruins that lay wasted before them, a swirl of dust picked up. Time seemed to stand still. The Mad King's body seemed to reconstruct from the ashes. A smile widened across his face. You fought bravely, yet fruitlessly. I enjoyed our sparring session. It has invigorated my will to fight. I look forward to redoing this very soon. Whoa. It's literally like very, period. Soon, period. And before the heroes could react, the swirling vortex had formed a wormhole and all life was engulfed in darkness. The heroes ceased to be. The Mad King ceased to be. And then, as if time had reset, our heroes were back at their rival in the Crimson Sands. As if they'd never battled anything. Yet their memories were intact. The Mad King was a dirty cheater, and their quest was on again. It's, I was gonna... There's a fantasy series you may have or that you may have read, dear viewer, that has a similar ending to this, where it literally loops back to where it starts. I guess I won't spoil what series that is, but it reminds me. It reminds me of a very well-known fantasy novel series. Okay, yeah, this says open Legacy Pack B and C and add to the game. If you selected Veteran or Greater, open D. It also has all these. It looks like, so, here, why don't you, I assume we're supposed to open the rest of this pack too?
Yeah.
I don't see why not. So, here, there's some more text here. Whoa, with a shiny back. Anyway, why don't you read us that one?
The right hand of the king is a position few aspire to, but the one known as the visor is an enigma to all but... Gerundle?
I was going to correct you. That's got to be the word vizier, and it still probably is, but it's spelled weird.
Yeah. The Mad King has allowed Vizier to whisper into his ears for nearly a millennia. The tales told around campfires are wild and varied. The king's brother, Drundle, sounds like so near a dirty word. Anyway, soul portioned out and made flesh, or perhaps the most eerie of all, the vizier is the only one who truly believes in his king. He speaks only when spoken to. He catalogues every victory of his lord, though his primary task is to scout the portals through time and space, and to find a challenger that can defeat his devoted master. Many believe he is a mage of supreme power. I pray that the Mad King is taken down before we ever truly identify his true plan, or the plans of the one behind the throne. Only time will tell. And then the back is a crazy boss? Oh no, it's basically a, it looks like kind of like it's a legendary type.
Oh yeah, but
enemy.
it doesn't have a back, so you can't shuffle it in.
Yeah.
What is it?
It says begin and play during boss battles, insane and hardcore difficulty levels only. It is a 20 health legacy special rule, like.
Okay, so this is like an assistant to the bosses.
Mm-hmm.
It's
or the real boss, if you will.
But it shows up in all boss battles, right?
Yeah.
It's like scenarios 2, 4, 6, and 8 on insane or hardcore difficulty level, which I'm trying to remember. I'm not sure that those were offered to you. I think that maybe these other legacy packs must have the cards that describe those difficulties.
Yeah, I think Veteran is the only higher difficulty we didn't take.
Yeah, special rules. When the boss is attacked, the attacker may choose to target Vizier instead. When the boss is attacked, the attacker, chooses. Vizier is immune to status effects, CP loss, and everything else besides damage. It has 20 health? Not 20 times the number of players or anything. Passive, the boss may use up to 2 King's Hand tokens per turn instead of 1. Great. During the boss's upkeep phase, roll a die. On a vortex, the boss gains a CP and removes a random negative status effect from himself. On a Chaos, what was the name of the 6?
Yeah,
the boss gains King's Hand. That's not scary. No. I don't think we ever saw a boss burn through all their King's Hands. And it has a defense roll, too, that activates its passive ability. Oh, man.
Wow.
Okay, and it has a reward of draw 3 cards and gain a salve. But, alright, so it's an extra, every boss has this that you don't have to target, but in order to get it to stop, feeding the boss CP and removing its status effects, you need to do 20 damage to this. Right?
I'm confused on the defense roll of on Vortex, activate your passive ability.
Yeah, the passive ability says during the boss's upkeep, do stuff. So you just do it again at that instance.
Oh, okay.
When it defends.
Got it.
Yeah. Weird. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
And then there's also, on the back of the other side of the Legacy Pack, it says, the creatures of the Crimson Sands are wild and varied. Some believe the Mad King searched the many worlds to find only the most potent and dangerous for his domain. Others are convinced they were already here when Jorundel became the king at a young age. It is told that his advisors recommended a different location for his kingdom, that other worlds would be more hospitable. But the young king felt more at home here. The danger and brutality of the environment felt like the perfect place to build his dynasty. Okay.
Interesting. And then so there's just a bunch of new enemies?
Ooh, they're all shiny.
Oh my god.
I love that. Yeah, they all have this legacy tag. I guess if you wanted to sort them back out of your game or something, because I don't think anything said that mechanically means anything.
Yeah.
It also feels unnecessary when they're all shiny, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, so you have the Acolyte. So it's what two or 3 of each. Weirdly, there's three purple ones. The Acolyte, we're not going to read all of these, but yeah, its self-sacrifice ability deals 5 undefendable damage and may steal CP, or it can remove this minion and then engage with a new level 3 minion. It can level up.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Oh, it's it sacrifices itself and summons a greater dark one.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And notably, there's the reward column. That's something.
Double. Yeah. Double green loot. Yeah. Or on this Bone Witch, it's green and blue. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Okay. So these are balanced to be tougher, I guess, but they also have higher loot. Yeah. Inflict Wither and Silence and Parasite and deal 3 undefendable damage from the... and the Bone Witch, during its upkeep phase, gains Life Siphon. So that's a mechanic I think we only saw the king use.
Yeah.
But these are the king's closest henchmen, I guess, so it's doing the stuff the king did already. The Wyvern, that's fun. It does a ton of burn.
Yeah. And has a unique defense.
Oh, man, yeah. Roll a die on a 5 to 6 your attack fails and has no effect of any kind. Jeez.
Brutal.
Up here on Legendary, a Sandworm! Cool.
Nice.
That is great art of like a barbarian standing up against a worm, like bearing down on it. Oh man, it does Earthquake that deals 3 collateral damage to all opponents. Or it's 4 reds. Opponent's team must discard a salve, otherwise deals 10 undefendable damage. So discarding a salve is probably better because it's not going to heal you for 10.
Yeah. Or 20 if you're multiplayer.
Yeah. Atlas. Cool. These are cool.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I enjoy that they're foil. Yeah. We should have brought like something to.
Here.
Can you open pack B? I think there's no secret from the appearance of the pack that it's new map tiles.
It's totally new map tiles.
Are they foil?
They better be.
I can't wait to find out.
You might have to wait. It's so close.
All right. I'll just go get us some scissors. It'll be fine. I'm gonna hit the pause button.
All right, I got it.
You got it? Mm-hmm. I don't think you got it.
It's like I got a hole now, so I just need to pull.
I'm pausing. You did it.
I did it. No help
Of
from
course.
your precious scissors. Here,
Oh boy.
some more.
Okay. What many do not know, nor would come naturally to a normal person, is that Jorindel, when selecting environments transplants to his world, rarely chose peaceful places filled with inviting flora and fauna. No, he went out of his way to procure those environments that would cause the most chaos. Some say it was as if he collected worlds, or at least samples of worlds that brought him joy. But alas, what one finds joyful could very well be the things of nightmares for others. This is kind of cool, because it's kind of the story of, like, why is Dice Throne this hodgepodge, unrelated assortment of characters? It's like, it's set in a world where the king had some power to, like, grab chunks of, like,
Random
continents from
things,
other worlds
and throw them in this little
put them
portals.
together. This is way more story and flavor than the game has had to this point, too.
Yeah.
It's been really minimal. I can't remember how much the rule book itself has, but
I
think this is the most kind of, like, story Dice Throne has ever had.
So it's kind of like one of those like video games that like explains itself after you've completed it,
Right.
and it's like now you have to go back in.
Exactly. There's another one. Give it to us. Yeah.
The Crimson Sands is a beautiful place, filled with many places for a weary traveler to visit. Part of that beauty comes from the fact that the Mad King has handpicked places from all across the known worlds and stole the very ecosystem from his home, or for his home. Uprooting geography, vegetation, and even the very denizens of those lands. He did not care how transplanting entire cultures to his home world would affect others. He was bent on shaping his world into the kaleidoscope of wonders he'd always imagined.
Neat.
Yeah, cute.
Okay. What's in this stack of tiles?
Let us know.
It's some tiles of everything except for legendary. The question is, are they shiny? No. Damn. They are marked with that same legacy tag if you want to sort them out, I guess. We have like the cellar that says gain a loot. Alternatively, roll a die, basically gain a green loot, or roll a die to gamble for a blue one. That feels like the kind of thing that could have been in there already. Poison water that gives a CP and a gold, and then it poisons you. Let's see. We've got the arena. These are actually like vaults. Yeah, so there was cellar, poison water, gladiator pit, and then vault, poison spout, arena are like higher level, like more intense versions of them, and treasury, poison bog, coliseum also are, which was a trend I had noticed in the tiles in the base game. Okay, so it's basically like 3 new tile mechanics at each, and then each one exists in 3
levels.
Levels, yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Fine.
The poison bug, the purple one that says all heroes are inflicted with poison. That sucks.
That's all.
Poison is just a damage per turn and not any built-in way to clear
it.
Yeah. Eesh.
What about is that the highest level one?
That was the highest level one.
Okay.
The blue one just says gain 2 poison.
That's also really
bad. Also bad. It's better. It's better the more players you have, because 2 poison between 4 players is like better kind of.
Yeah, 2 and
for the
it's
group
on the
then.
same person, which sometimes you clear all status effects.
Yep.
Neat.
Okay. All right. Well,
Keep on going.
My turn to open one. This was easy. I don't know what you had so much trouble with. Legacy Pack C. So it did also instruct us to open this. It has more text. A shadow moves silently across the cool evening sands. Most do not venture outside the protection of the city, but Rosella is not most people.
Who is Rosella?
I feel like, so I've heard that, like, kind of, that little literary gag, like, most people don't do this, but this person's not most people. But the first sentence there didn't include the word people, so it doesn't have the symmetry that you expect. It just says, most do not venture, but she is not most people. I don't think you got that quite right.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a typo. It didn't get proved.
She's driven by more than the sale of trinkets in the market. Hidden deep in the desert is her... Oh, is Rosella the market? The woman in the art on the market?
On the market, probably.
That's my new theory, anyway.
Yeah.
Hidden deep in the desert is her trove of treasures she has saved for only those most pure of heart, those that seek the fall of the Mad King. She hopes that here the mighty will find the tools that could provide an edge, old magic that was crafted by her family a millennia ago, in the seemingly endless battle with Jorindel. So sounds like it's probably more loot?
Yeah.
Although there's a different card back on here that's like an empty throne. There is one more story bit to read. It's kind of weird that both of the bookends of these legacy packs have story, but alright, yeah.
The king was a hoarder. He coveted monsters, minions, creatures, and even worlds. But what most do not realize is that in his heart, he was like a dragon. Like hoarding? Okay, fine. He had a cavern filled... Hold on, let me read this correctly. He had a cavern filled with ancient magic.
Does it really?
It sure does. 2 fields. The word processor didn't say repeated word.
No one proofread the legacy packs.
They're like, no one's ever gonna open this. He had a cavern filled with ancient magic, some in trinket form, some being the very essence. Is some in trinket form a sentence?
That's the full sentence?
That is the full sentence. Some in trinket form, period.
It's not grammatically a proper sentence. It is similar to the way that I like to write. Like, I write short, not technically grammatical sentences, like, often, so it's the way, it matches the way I would type.
He's looking for work. No,
that said, I would have only written the word filled once. So it's not my exact style.
Alright, some in trinket form, some being the very essence of heroes long since gone. Also, what he did not know is that Rosella has pilfered much from his hoard of magic. She among her treasures are magic items that once belonged to her family, but also that she picked from the Mad King's own stores. Poof. She delighted in knowing that a combination of her family's history and all of his hoarded items will someday bring him low.
Weird how rough that one was.
Yeah,
like, even I was criticizing the most versus most people thing. That's a pretty minor, though.
Yeah, this one has 3.
Several major typos. Weird. Okay, so we have loot. Yeah, let's see. Oh, right, they all look like dice throne cards. Yeah. So we have legendary loot, which is shiny, and then a weird kind of shuffle of the other tiers. Weird. So, like, Fire Snake Immunity has a fun art of, like, a snake with corks on its fangs. It's equipment that says you cannot be inflicted with poison or burn.
That's great.
Seems pretty good, especially given the legacy pack components we saw had some poison and burn in them. So I didn't feel like poison or burn were that prominent in the campaign, but
like giant viper.
I think they become more so with these. Yeah.
Oh.
Salvation 3. Play only if you have less than 10 salves. The chosen hero gains a salve. Skadoosh 2. I don't remember Skadoosh 1. Or maybe it's in here.
Yeah.
Spend a salve to deal 7 damage to a chosen opponent for 1 CP. It's fast effect. So you can just close out the game that way.
Yeah.
It's that seems good. Brass Knuckles 2. Add +2 damage to all attacks. This equipment. Whoa. These are great.
They're great.
These are great. We did flip through the rest of the legendary deck off camera after we finished the campaign just to see what we had missed, because all the few, like the 4 legendary cards between us that we had seen were all upgrades of kind of event type cards.
Yeah, or cards we've seen before.
So like they were good, but we didn't find them all that exciting. Yeah. But flipping through, they were mostly those. But there were 4 or so equipment that did cool things, like all of your attacks inflict poison. So it's that I think remains like the most exciting things here is this new equipment.
Yeah, definitely.
Down here, there's a common. It's a tank. It's a tank. If a team costs 1 CP, it says if a teammate is attacked, you may choose to be the target of the attack instead. If you do, so it's like tank the verb, but then it has a picture of the tank.
That's...
Oh no, but it's equipment. It is a literal tank.
It's a literal tank, but
but you use it to do the thing that is colloquially referred to as tanking, in
tanking.
games.
But finish reading.
If you do, discard this card and reduce incoming damage by 3. Oh, interesting. It's equipment that you play down, but it's a one-time consumed effect.
Weird.
And there's Tank 2 that is similar but costs 1 less and does 4.
That's why the shuffle is like probably
okay. So that's why the rarities are in like seeming on a fan. They're in no particular order, but it's because they're grouped by type. Snare Trap. If an opponent successfully deals 6 damage to you, play this card to deal 2 return damage and inflict entangle. Sure, that becomes 3 here. Yeah. All right, we don't have to look through every single one of these. We've seen other versions of Salvation, Skadoosh, Brass Knuckles. Like, let's look at the other epics. Cursed Helm 2. During your main phase, once per turn, you may receive 1 damage to draw 1 card. You may remove this card from play to heal 1. It's costs 0 CP, too.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Cursed Pauldrons 2. During your main phase once per turn, you may receive 1 damage to gain 2 CP. This strikes...
This is a cool mechanic.
It is, and it's a good thing to put in the Legacy pack, that it's like, this is for... The decision about whether to take damage to do this is a lot more reasonable. I can see the common ones make you take 2 damage. It's a lot more reasonable when you are familiar with like the type of damage that the game kind of throws at you, right? Sure. That type of thing. Cursed Bracers. The top version is during your offensive roll phase, you may receive damage to perform an additional attempt. We have this card Reboot. The highest one in here is 0 CP. Draw 2 cards and discard up to 4 cards and draw the same number. So draw 2 and then discard and draw up to 4 more.
Wow.
Seems good.
I think those bracers were my favorite ones that I've seen. Because like,
which one was the bracers?
So like a lot of them are like
the extra reroll.
Take a damage to do something that the game is always going to kind of give you, like CP or draws or things like that. Whereas like getting that like desperate reroll where you're like, I'm not going to do anything unless I reroll a die. That's a great little way to take a damage so that I actually get to attack this phase.
Right. The final one in here, the old switcheroo 2. Choose 2 players and choose 1 status effect on each of them. Transfer these tokens between the players. Oh, and this when it says players, you can choose the enemy.
Sure.
In this, that's cool.
Yeah. Get a negative for a positive seems great.
And in niche situations, like if for some reason we really wanted, like we were playing, you were the gunslinger and I was the vampire lord. If we really wanted me to have a reload token, this could do that too, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess transference can also do that. We never really used it that way. We usually used it to send bad things to the boss, but it's an interesting little way to play. Oh, these last 2 cards that had the different back, they are the additional difficulties that we speculated would be in here. Insane difficulty is worth 40 points per scenario. There have never been more points on the line, Kyle. But salves all heal for 1 less. The Portal Crawl starting health is modified downwards, and all tier 4 minions start with an additional King's Hand token. And at the boss battle, hero starting health is 40 instead of 50, and you put the Vizier minion in play. It seems we found this game so hard on normal, especially the boss battles. The idea of taking 10 health from the players and adding that extra
20
minion
health
seems insane.
Yeah. Like the Portal Crawl seemed reasonable. I'm like the hit from what is it? 17, 18? 18 in normal, I think.
The Portal Crawl health for 2 players was 18. It becomes 13.
Yeah, that's a pretty big hit.
That's a pretty big hit. Yeah. Woof.
Yeah.
Okay. And then hardcore difficulty better be what I think it is. Yep. Upon defeat, game over. You can't lose. 50 per scenario, and Portal Crawl has actually modified downward, but not as far as insane. Like better Portal Crawl health than insane difficulty, which is interesting. But if you lose,
no, it's up. It's modified up.
Oh, that's right. 20 is higher than 18. Yeah. Oh.
You heard it here first.
Huh. Well, I don't have that number in front of me.
Yeah.
And on boss battle, the starting health is 50.
So you stay at the same.
So it's actually...
So hardcore is actually like an easier time, but a permadeath.
Yeah.
I like it.
And you still have to play against the Vizier.
Yeah.
So it's not easy.
I like it way more. I think I would play hardcore over insane.
Agree. I think I find that way more appealing to like if I was going to play through the campaign again. I would want to just do it on hardcore and see how far we can get.
How far you can crawl.
Okay.
Right, so we've
opened all the packs that we were told we could. But Kyle's a rebel.
I'm such a rebel. I'm a veteran rebel, is what I've been told.
So he's opening Legacy Pack D, the one that you're supposed to win on veteran difficulty to open.
Or higher, I think. But I'm not positive.
Probably.
But probably.
That stands to reason. Yes, if your selected difficulty is veteran or greater. Yeah.
Sorry, I was very distracted because the back of this is
actually put it on camera.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I actually have noticed this before. The sealed, like, when it was still sealed, that the bookend cards are actually.
But this one
foil.
isn't.
Oh,
That's my
so
point.
it must be that this whole thing was printed where everything on this side of the card is
foil.
like foil all the way down, including the bookend. Funny. All right.
I'll open the foil side first.
Seems right.
Until now, none have laid eyes on the mythic loot.
Mythic loot.
I pray that it guides you on your quest. I knew the Mad King had a failsafe in place if he was ever defeated, but now, with the very treasure he hoarded for himself, perhaps you could finish the task so many had started, yet none had completed.
The other, the backside of the other bookend card is foil, so it's clearly just an all-foiled deck. It has been said that the Mad King is a collector of lands, people, creatures, and treasures. But he has also collected the very essence of heroes. Sometimes that essence is encapsulated in treasure item. In treasure item, that is what it says.
Okay.
Or a weapon, or even a spell on parchment. The mythic loot Jorindel has acquired is very hard to find, but it is said that those who procure it perhaps stand a chance to destroy not just the man known as the Mad King, but his very legacy as well. Ooh.
Exciting.
Neat. Okay.
Let's look at it.
Yeah.
So it is Mythic Barbarian.
Yeah, there's not like one more.
Like how do we?
Yeah, there's not like a rules card to explain what we're looking at here. But let's try to.
Oh wait, there's on the back side. It's inactive.
There's mythic card. Oh, okay. Well, let's start with the barbarian.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the barbarian. It says active ability. Whenever you activate your defense ability, heal 1. Flip ability. Make a chosen hero attack inflict stun. Okay, so active and flip seems like kind of passive and a active.
Weirdly, the active ability is a passive and the ability is an active. Yeah. But I agree with your interpretation.
And then this is the inactive side.
Okay, and so it says mythic card starts with rules.
There you go. Mythic card rules. Mythic cards can be used in any veteran or higher difficulty in Dice Throne adventure scenarios, or by all players in a regular game of Dice Throne.
Oh, in a regular game of Dice Throne.
That's fun.
Yeah.
During setup, place this in your play area with the active side up. While the card is on the active side, the active ability remains in effect. So yeah, it is kind of like a passive. And then the active is a passive. And then if the card is active, you may also perform the flip ability. After performing the flip ability, flip the card to this side to mark it as inactive. So it seems like one time.
Oh, there's no inherent way to get it back.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
So you can keep that heal 1 every time you defend ability until you use that once per game flip, and then both of those abilities are gone. Interesting. And so this is the barbarian.
Shall we look at our 2 characters?
That's exactly what I was going to suggest. So it doesn't seem like this is meant to be played by the barbarian. This is like the essence of the barbarian.
Yeah.
Helping us, a different character. But yeah, let's check out the gunslinger and the vampire lord.
Yeah. Here's the Vampire Lord.
The Vampire Lord right here. So yeah, the rules are explained again. Okay, that's just explained the same on every card, it looks like. Her active ability, actually, I don't hate it. Mesmerize now succeeds on 4 through 6. Mesmerize, her worst token by a lot, now succeeds 1/6 more often. Cool. And her flip ability,
kind of also awful.
Flip ability, search your deck for any card and add it to your hand, shuffle your deck afterwards. So yeah, these are both things that feel like, what's weird about this is that it doesn't generate Mesmerize.
Yeah.
So is this meant to be played with her?
Yes.
Or just or is it only useful for limited other characters with? Right. This.
Yeah.
It made it, the flavor.
The barbarian was
the flavor text made it sound like the intent was that you mix and match. That you're like, okay, I'm playing as the artificer, but I have the vampire lord's essence, the mythic ability.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make any sense here, unless you're also playing another character that generates mesmerizes. So,
which I think are pretty limited.
I don't know if those exist. Mesmerize, like the flavor of Mesmerize, is not as broad as something like Burn. Yeah. So I'm kind of So yeah, maybe these are meant to. It's not well explained. But,
no.
Yeah. Okay. Tell us about the gunslinger.
All right, the gunslinger. The same thing on the back. Mythic gunslinger, active ability before spending a reload. Okay, so I think
you are supposed to use your own.
All
right.
You may pay 1 CP to deal the full die value worth of damage instead of half.
All right. Before spending it, so you don't get to know what the roll will be.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can spend CP and roll a 1.
Yeah.
Oof.
But you know what? If you have his or her passive re-rolling of the reload token, that feels better.
Yeah.
Flip ability, choose a chosen hero attack becomes undefendable and inflicts bounty attack modifier.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
That is. I guess my main other question about these is, like, are there roughly 16? Is it just kind of like all the Season 1 and 2 characters? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah. And I see the Seraph, the Arcster. Like, I recognize all these. Okay, so there's one for each of the Season 1 and 2 Dice Throne heroes.
Fun.
It is cool that it's a new component that you could bring into PvP games.
Yeah.
And just give you that extra little ability and that one-time use.
The one-time uses seem really powerful.
Especially given that the rules of the game tell you to win on veteran in order to unlock this. I was never going to unlock these. But I'm kind of glad. Like, even though I don't know that I'm going to play another Dice Throne Adventures campaign, I'll probably play more Dice Throne.
Sure,
so,
eventually.
What I might do is take these cards and distribute them into the character trays in the Dice Throne box.
Yeah, I don't
and
see
have
why
them
not.
as an option there.
Yeah.
Cool. That's neat. And they look nice. I don't know for a fact that these are original art for these cards, but like your Gunslinger, that doesn't look like the Gunslinger on the player mat or anything. That looks original.
Yeah.
It's like a new art piece of each of the characters.
Yeah.
Very cool. I like those.
Very cool.
Those are my favorite thing that we opened.
Well, I'm glad we did it, and I was a rebel.
Whoa!
Excuse me.
Bless you. You know what that means. That means it's the end of the video.
It's a Pavlovian technique he's trained on me.
Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this, whether it was spoiling it for you too, or whether you were familiar with these and just wanted to see what we thought. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the buttons below it. That's the only way to help us out. No Patreon or anything here.
That's right.
And Kyle, what's our next campaign game? Now that we finished Dice Throne.
I mean, I think you still owe me an Arkham campaign from the box I bought you 2 years ago.
Yeah, to be clear, this was not me prompting him to say something we had previously agreed upon.
Nope.
This was me putting him on the spot.
Yep.
That is true. The Hemlock Vale campaign, you did make me promise to play with you, and I haven't yet.
What a monster.
You know, we're young. You know,
We still got
decades to do that.
many years to play that one campaign.
So, coming to optimal play sometime this century, I think it's fair to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look for that.
And if it doesn't, then you'll know that I'm haunting this general house.
The ADU where the game room is?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. Yes, thank you for watching. We will be back constantly with all sorts of gameplay and discussion videos of a variety of board games. So look forward to that. I'm looking forward to that.
Me too.
And I'll see you there. Till then, be optimal.